Snow Falling on Cedars by David Gooderson is a historical fiction novel that takes place on a small island off the coast of Washington state. The novel takes place in 1954 and follows the story of a Japanese man accused of the murder of a local fisherman. The man is put on trial, and it is clear that racism has played a large role in his accusation and arrest. By following both his trial and the story of a white man who is desperately in love with a Japanese girl, the novel portrays the discrimination that Japanese Americans faced in America. World War II lasted from 1939 until 1945 and was between two military alliances, the Allies and the Axis. American involvement began in 1941. On December 7, 1941, a Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, an American naval base in Hawaii, led directly to America's involvement in World War II. The attack on Pearl Harbor involved Japanese planes flying over the harbor and bombing the naval ships docked there. 2,402 Americans were killed in this attack, and resulted in anti-Japanese sentiment being extremely prevalent in American society throughout the 1940s and into the 1950s. These propaganda posters illustrate the anti-Japanese sentiment in the United States. In 1942, President Roosevelt issued Executive Order 9066, which authorized the detention of any persons considered a threat to public safety. This order was used to justify the internment of over 110,000 Japanese Americans, two-thirds of whom were native-born citizens, in war relocation centers. Entire neighborhoods of Japanese Americans were targeted. Families were forced apart and their belongings were often taken from them. Upon returning to their homes after internment, many Japanese found that they had lost property, jobs, and savings. The people in the camps faced many hardships, such as the lack of food and extreme weather conditions. Although much of the novel is fiction, many events are based on fact. The character of Arthur Chambers, a journalist who speaks out against the mistreatment of Japanese, is based on a man named Walt Whitman. Whitman was among the few who publicly disagreed with Japanese internment.
I can hear the ocean, listen. We'll always be friends.
No matter what our parents say.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Hine.
Good afternoon.
I have some bad news to deliver. Your husband, he's dead.
I call my first witness to the stand. Hatsue Miyamoto. I'm from the FBI. Are you, Haseo Hamada?
Yes, is something wrong?
Not wrong exactly. We've been asked to search the place. You understand. I'm here on the U.S. District Attorney's warrant.
We're loyal. You can search all you like.
We got to arrest you. All of you. This stuff is illegal contraband. You were supposed to give this stuff in.
I promise you, that's for clearing tree stumps. We are loyal.
Too bad, Jack. You're taking a trip to Seattle. Come on! Faster! Welcome to hell. We will all have to endure.
Mother, they're not so different from us, you know. Some hate, others don't.
I know what you're saying. Not all of them hate. You're correct. But don't you think they are very much different? In some big way, Hatsue?
No, I don't.
They are, and I can tell you how. The whites you see are tempted by their egos, and they have no means to resist. We Japanese know our egos are nothing, and we bend our egos all of the time. That is the fundamental difference, Hatsue. We bend our heads, and we bow, and are silent. Because we understand that by ourselves alone, we are nothing at all. Dust in a strong wind. The Hakujin believes his aloneness is everything.
In union with the greater life are the ones who bombed Pearl Harbor. If they're so ready to bend and bow, then what are they doing? Attacking all over the world and taking over other countries? I don't feel I'm a part of that. I'm part of here. I'm from this.
You were born here, but your blood, you are still Japanese.
But I don't want to be. I don't want to do anything with them. Do you hear me? I don't want to be Japanese.
These are difficult times. Still, you should not say what is not in your heart. You know this. Silence is better.
Keep going.
Keep going. And Sam, you're dead! Dead! No, don't film it, Ashley! I'll fake touch you!
You're not gonna feel it, so
right.
you won't even know.
Don't laugh! I know what you're saying. I can't not do the accent, I'm sorry.